Imagination. And that's how you sum up this.
Yourself drinking a gallon of bleach right now.
That you've already made that joke. Already did it before.
I'm gonna keep doing it, and you can't stop me.
Bleach. Episode 20. We're gonna go over its stuff, see how it all lines up, and yeah. It's a Kenpachi episode. Who doesn't like Kenpachi? You like Kenpachi, Dai?
I don't know, what's in it for me?
Well, let's get right into it. Well, we open up first with a prelude fight. Yachiru versus Guanel Lee. And that's the Goblin Man. Voiced by Alex Cazares, who I don't need to say any other role other than Rebecca from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Yes, that is an actual woman voicing this Goblin Man thing, doing that voice. I'm actually kind of impressed, I'm not even gonna lie.
Wait, what better way to fight a goblin than with another goblin?
We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so Guanel Lee introduces himself as Designation V for Vanishing Point, as he goes on to say that his power has 3 versions. Version 1, erasing his body. 2, erasing his existence. And then 3, erasing your memory of him. Which is why when Yachiru hit him, she's like, wait, what was I doing again? So,
oh, well.
Yeah. He tries attacking Yachiru, but she's still able to punch him, defending herself, as he puts it, based solely on nothing more than instinct. Does that mean Ultra Instinct Yachiru's a thing?
Yes. It's probably less lame, too.
Well, anyway, Sana explains that, she's like, wait a minute, how do you know this person isn't a friend? We just met them. And Yachiru says, well, there's just something about them. You know, it's that strange tingle you get when you're scared or excited. And Kenny always told me to trust the tingles you feel, so I'm pretty sure they're a bad guy. And we finally get the reveal of Yachiru's Zanpakuto. Sako Kenju. Explain it, Dai. What the hell is this thing?
She summons a Yeti and a goblin.
We're fighting a goblin. Goblin on goblin crime.
There's a Yeti there, too.
Yeah, she goes into the spiel how her sword is a copycat sword about cats, which is really dumb because of Diona from Genshin Impact. But yeah. I mean, hey, she's dancing with her Zanpakuto. So, that's something.
Yeah, that sounds silly.
Basically, her Zanpakuto, what is it? It copies the move she makes. You know, since she said it's more or less like a stand, right?
They seem to be moving on their own, so I think it just does whatever the fuck.
Yeah, she explains it that when it sees an opponent's attack, it can basically learn from it and copy, I guess, a way to counter. Isane comments how this sword doesn't transform during her Shikai, which she finds very strange. So, might be more on that whole thing later.
Maybe.
But yeah, as Guanel Lee is getting his ass handed to him, he's like, that's it, I know what to do. Another Sternritter arrives, Gremmy. Voiced by AJ Beckles, which, to be fair, AJ hasn't been anyone since Tosin from Core 1, so it's been over 10 eps. I don't mind this double casting as much.
And that was just in a flashback?
Yeah, so...
We barely talked.
Yeah, we just made fun of how Tosin sounded angry as hell in that flashback when he's the more level-headed one. Or when he's usually level-headed. But yeah. I think AJ does fine here, honestly. He comes across... Gremmy's very... he's a smug prick, basically. Going on about imagination. No, seriously, he says...
Anyways, we summed up this whole episode. We'll see you next time.
Well, Guano's like, no, what are you doing? Don't kill me. Yeah, he's playing a team kill like an asshole. Because it's like, I'm sorry, man. Your power is good. You can disappear, which means you're about to actually disappear from my memory. Because I can't imagine a future with you in it. And, yeah, he kills him. Guano Lee is 100% fucking dead. If anyone thinks, oh, maybe, you know, he'll show up or something. No, he's done. And... no, they didn't cut any content with him from the manga. Guano Lee is that much of a jobber for the Sternritters. So, I mean, every group has their jobbers, right?
Yeah.
You know, the ones who think they're all hot shit and everything.
Yeah, MK has Shao Kahn and Quan Chi, and anyone who's a villain.
Oh, damn it, Shao Kahn, why would they do to you? Anyway, yeah. Isane shouts at Gremmy to get away from the hurt captains as he's near that area, and Gremmy's like, what, you worried about that? I already killed them. Yeah, he confirms he killed Kensei and Rose. Oh, shit. Well, Yachiru gets ready to take him on, but suddenly she drops her sword as Gremmy reveals that he has turned her bones into cookies. Go ahead.
Put the cookie down.
Exactly. As he goes on a spiel, the greatest power in this world is imagination. As anything he imagines will become reality. So Yachiru can't even stand anymore, because again, bones are cookies. This is something that would only work in anime where you can take it seriously, because it sounds so stupid saying it out loud. But yeah. That's when Kenpachi arrives, saying... What, are you going to say something?
No, it's drinking.
Okay, sorry. But yeah, he says he felt Yachiru's spiritual pressure waning and was wondering what the hell is going on. So he came straight here. And that's when Isane asks him about Unohana, saying, is she? And he answers, she's dead. If you hate me, I wouldn't blame you. And Isane seems very happy about it, saying she's glad out of all the people to do it that it was Kenpachi, that now he can finally carry on her mantle. And, you know, that is what Unohana would have wanted to. Now, Kenpachi versus Gremmy, as Gremmy creates a battle arena for them. You like the stage they're fighting on, Dai?
They're just fighting on top of a giant cube.
That's fucking cool, man! But this is when Gremmy goes on a spiel saying, you should be honored to fight me, because after all, I'm the strongest of all the Sternritters. Is it a spoiler to say that's a little fucking bullshit?
Imagine that.
But yeah. He's like, you can't cut through me, because I imagine my body is as hard as steel. Kenpachi cuts right through it. As the Kenpachi says, what, are you surprised? That puny imagination of yours can't dream up anything I can't cut down. You want to know why? Because I'm Kenpachi.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That line is fucking great. As we got the Soul Reapers cheering on from the sidelines, one of them being voiced by Patrick Seitz. Now see, that double casting is retarded. I let the AJ one slide, but this one is just stupid. But yeah. It's okay though, Gremmy is healed because he imagined that he never had an injury at all. Meaning he's, as he puts it, kind of unkillable here.
Are you sure about that?
Well, he goes on, I won't say anything, you know, lame, like I'll beat you with one finger or anything. I wonder if he was making fun of Basby there. You know, that's Basby's whole thing. But that's because I won't even need a finger to beat you. I only need what's inside my mind.
I think you made a circle back around and be like that.
Yeah. But yeah, Kenpachi's yelling at Yachiru to get away when Gremmy says, Yachiru can't get away. After all, her body is nothing more than a pile of cookies. Man, imagine the Castlevania quote if that were it. What is a man? It's a pile of cookies. As Kenpachi replies, the hell's a cookie? And that line got way more laughter out of me than it probably should have.
The fuck's a cookie?
But, Gremmy's like, wait, you don't know what that is? Maybe I should have said a Rakugan? And Kenpachi's like, oh, why didn't you just say so then? He knows what a Rakugan is, but not a cook. Sure. Well, that's because Kenpachi only worries about fighting. If it has nothing to do with fighting, he doesn't give a shit. But yeah. Anyway, he leaps through the air, but is suddenly underwater, being crushed by the water pressure.
He's all wet.
But yeah. Hey, while he's under the water, though, he's able to save Yachiru, which the visual of Yachiru falling through the crack in the floor or whatever, and Kenpachi being able to save her, that's anime only. So, props for that. Because, yeah, in the manga, he just shows up saving her, and it looks like it happened off-panel or whatever you want to call it. It's like, wait, what? When'd that happen? So, and her bones.
It's not important.
Yeah. Her bones are normal now, because as Kenpachi puts it, Gremmy can't focus his mind on two bodies at once. A weakness. I guess his imagination is all cracked up to be, is it? Cut to Askin commenting about how people mock those who live in Fantasyland, but with powers like this, who wouldn't want to live in Fantasyland? And yeah, this is one of the few cuts from the manga coming up where Askin's actually talking to Pepe, one of the other Quincy. We'll be getting on something from him later. Where Pepe made a comment saying he can't believe that Yuha let him out, that Gremmy's a monster. And Askin points out saying, you know, you're not exactly a non-monster yourself. Again, we'll get more on that later. So, back to anime and everything else being normal. Kenpachi tells Yachiru to go to Isane to get the hell out of here. So now it's time for Kenpachi vs. Gremmy round 2. Are you ready, Dai?
Yes.
As Kenpachi says, instead of picking on little girls, try fighting the man right in front of you. That's when Gremmy realizes, like, wait a minute, so he's saying the only way to prove I'm the strongest is to beat the strongest? It sounds so obvious, but I've never had to prove myself before, period. I've always just assumed I was the strongest. But now, when he puts it like that, it makes me want to kill him so damn bad. And now Gremmy uses guns!
My god. CGI guns, the worst kind.
They gave a black man a gun, oh my god. Oh, it was only voiced by a black man, never mind, it's not the same thing. But yeah, and this doesn't work very well. Kenpachi manages to get through this shit pretty easily enough. As he makes fun of him saying, hey, I thought you weren't going to use your hands. What happened to that? As Gremmy starts imagining that he'll lose when he can't stop Kenpachi's sword. That's what Kenpachi says, did you just imagine you'll lose to me? Come on now. And that's when Gremmy realizes he's right. That he won't lose. He can win. He feels great. Supposed to wrap up the quote, Dai.
He can do this.
There you go. As he'll wipe away all of those thoughts of losing and only imagine himself winning, and that Kenpachi should regret.
Time to win.
There you go. Damn it. Fucking Ice Shinron. And it's like, do you regret pointing that out to me? Kenpachi shouts, I don't regret anything. And that's when Gremmy reveals his true power, the ability to clone himself. As he summons a meteor that's going to crash into the Soul Society, destroying everything. A fucking meteor, Dai, can you believe it?
Yeah.
This is one of the few times...
you lose some.
Yeah. It's one of the few times they cut out a bunch of reaction shots where I think it did actually hurt a little bit, where you see a bunch of Soul Reapers, not just red shirts, because we do see red shirts being like, oh shit, we're all gonna die! But I mean, even ones like Renji being like, what the hell? And you even see Haschwald panicking, shouting to his subordinates, quick, protect his majesty, what the hell is Gremmy thinking? Basically just showing how fucking serious the situation is. But, oh well. That's when Kenpachi says, "This is exciting, isn't it?" And he calls out his Zanpakuto, Nozarashi. We see a Shikai!
Oh, we don't see it until after he cuts the meteor in half.
Yeah. And
he's just standing there with it, menacingly.
Yep. Gremmy did try saying, it's like, even if you kill me, it doesn't matter. This meteor is a reality. It's gonna destroy Soul Society, whether you like it or not.
The meteor becomes reality.
Yeah. Kenpachi also has a flashback here of meeting a much younger Yachiru when she went up and, you know, touched his sword. I think we went over that back way, way back in the Bleach retrospective, much earlier on, near the beginning.
Yeah.
So. But yeah. Back to present. Shikai obliterates the meteor. As Gremmy shouts, "Damn you!" and now he's losing his composure.
Damn!
And now we could see what the thing looks like, and it's an axe, isn't it?
Yes.
Let me ask you a question.
That wasn't a meteor. That was a rock.
A rock. But that's when Gremmy makes an entire clone army of himself. It says, "So you say you could cut through anything, huh, with your Zanpakuto? Well, then cut through nothingness, as I put you in the void of outer space. Thou die, you fake muffin." Okay, he didn't say that last part. That was me. But then Gremmy is cut down because he forgot to harden his body and protect himself. As
again.
Yep. Because he was so focused on and single-minded on wanting to kill Kenpachi. So. But his clone self-destructs. Oh my god. And that's when he comes back saying that Kenpachi's a monster. So in that case, all he needs to do is imagine himself being stronger than Kenpachi, and then he can win, and yeah, that causes his body to break apart. And yeah, Kenpachi wins here. And you might think, post-credit or credit scene, that means we're done. Nope, there's a post-credit scene with a conclusion to their fight, which I don't know why they didn't just have this before the credits, but fuck it, whatever. As we see what Gremmy actually looks like.
Go ahead, my god, he's a jar and a brain. Wait a minute, I think I said that wrong. A brain and a jar, yeah, that's what I... Brain in a jar versus Kenpachi, who will...
Yeah, as Kenpachi basically comments, he's like, "You imagine me to be a monster, so therefore I was a monster. That's why you lost, because you turned me into one." Gremmy's like, "Actually, no. What the truth is that nobody can handle the amount of raw power you have except your own. So when I imagined myself to be stronger than you, I couldn't handle it. That's why I lost."
And he didn't even have his eye patch off.
Yeah. Imagine that. And he's not even, like... He's only in a fucking Shikai state. Who knows how badass he'd be if he ever got Bankai. But yeah, that's when Gremmy saying, like, huh, "This sucks. Just imagining a place without imagination. It's going to be terrible. Well, is the afterlife not going to let me imagine anything?" And I keep thinking of that stupid song, Imagine.
Dragons?
No, not that one. You know the one. I want someone to make an AMV of that. "Imagine there's no heaven." To fucking Gremmy. As stupid as it would be.
Imagination.
And Gremmy dies. And that's it. That's how the episode ends. So, yeah. What do you think, Di? You have fun with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was okay. Honestly, I'm not going to say I hated it, because I know someone's going to be, "Oh, you hate it." This was one of the weaker episodes for me personally, though. It's because the last three were so fucking top tier. You know, Kumamori versus Spambietta, Renji versus Mask, Rukia versus Asnot. This one just felt okay by comparison to me personally. Not bad, Just, you know. I don't know if you agree or not. Maybe you liked it more than me, Dai.
Depends on how you feel about brains in jars.
That's true. And I still prefer, like, this Kenpachi fight wasn't bad or anything by any means. But I do think, that, yeah, maybe they could have extended it a slight bit, which makes sense when you look up and find out this episode adapted literally 8.5 chapters of the fucking manga. Do you think that's a bit much?
Yes.
To be fair, a lot of shit they
cut.
Yeah, to be fair, the pacing does slow down after this. I can confirm that, so don't worry. They don't go crazy like that shit again, thankfully. And I will say, it's a testament they adapted that many, and the episode didn't turn into a complete fucking mess. High God of High School.
Yeah.
Nah, Kubo's involved. I don't think he's going to let that happen. I trust him. Oh, I should mention also, Gremmy's letter was V for Visionary. So there were 2 letter Vs. Maybe that's why he killed Guano Lee. He was jealous. Like, no, I'm the only V here, man. I don't know. But overall, good episode. I think AJ and Patrick Seitz did really fucking good as Gremmy and Kenpachi. Yeah, you already know. I'm not calling him Kendever anymore. He earned the Kenpachi moniker last time after his fight with Unohana. I think Patrick Seitz has definitely started to nail the Kenpachi role. And that continues here. Anything else to add?
Next you're going to complain about how Vinland didn't have enough Thorkel.
They didn't, man. It fucking did. Also, yeah, I can't wait till we get to Cyberpunk just to hear Alex play Rebecca. After hearing her, this is my first time hearing her, and it's as a fucking goblin man. So now I'm going to keep thinking that from now on. Great.
Isn't that the best kind?
Mm-hmm. But yeah. What else we all thought of, though? We'll be back next time with more Bleach. 1,000 Year Blood War. And it was going to be great. You're going to be great. And, you know, hope you all have a good day. Until next time. And remember, everyone, imagination. Till next time.